All right, everyone, we have the early release notes for this week's coming update, and I am super excited, especially about one thing in particular. Let me go ahead and show you guys the notes right here, and the thing that I am most excited about is the Hammer of Vyzel 100% success rate event. This is huge, and I actually want to share with you guys another screenshot here that shows a bit about how this event works. Now, of course, a bit of a disclaimer here, this is pulled from the JP version of the game, and when it comes to stuff like this, we can't assume that global is always going to be 100% like JP, so they definitely could still make some changes. Maybe the event's going to be a little bit different, but if it is the same here, it isn't just going to actually give you a 100% chance of success with hammers. It also adds some additional stuff to the gear gacha, including doubling the actual chance to get hammers, 5-star awakening stones, and SSR equipment. That is absolutely huge right there. So this is a great time to have a bunch of gold saved up and also to spend it on the gear gacha. Now, of course, if you guys are still newer, you still want to make sure that you save a good amount of gold for other important things like working on your units. You don't want to completely run out of gold, but if you have a bunch extra, this is the golden opportunity to put it to use here. So you've got that, and of course, during the event period, when using hammers, the chance of failure is 0%. I've personally never had hammers actually fail, but apparently it does happen. I've heard people say it does happen. I think it's pretty rare, but either way, you'll not only have that success rate, you'll also get a bunch of additional stuff from the gear gacha. Now, if we actually go to the gear gacha, I want to show you guys that this is actually pretty significant, right? So going to the gear gacha, the rates here, now the chances of getting hammers is pretty low. It's only 0.67% chance, which means that you have to spend, what is that? So if it's an 11 pull, costs 200,000 gold, it's going to give you roughly, you know, a 7% or so chance of a hammer. That means that you have to do something like 13 or 14 pulls on average to get one single hammer. So that's what? 2 million to almost 3 million gold, like 2.5 to 3 million gold right now on average in order to get just one single hammer. And now that's going to get cut in half because your chances of getting a hammer will go from 0.67% chance to, you know, roughly 1.3 to 1.4%. But it's also going to double the chances of awakening stones, and all this gear here is going to be doubled as well. So I think everything in the SSR category here, to my knowledge, should now, instead of 4%, it's also it's going to go up to 8%. So don't forget as well, another huge thing is you will get a bunch of anvils from the gear gacha. The chances of anvils are much, much higher, but the value of hammers is extremely high because it allows you to improve a bonus roll without having to risk re-rolling it to something else or getting something lower. So for, you know, mid to end game players, this is a great use of gold, and an event like this is going to be absolutely awesome. So super excited about that, but let's just quickly go over some of the other stuff in the actual early release notes as well. Maintenance period is going to be through 10 o'clock to 12:30, and a little note about this is I'm really glad that they are going back to the old time. I don't know about you guys, but depending on your time zone, this one works better for me because it's a little bit later. The last one that they had was really, really early, kind of in the middle of, I think I would feel like the time that a lot of people are probably playing the game. So that's starting at 10 o'clock. We've also got new events. The Death Batch Rate Up event is coming as well. The Hammer of Vyzel, just talked about that, of course. An Exchange Shop event and a new growth event. So a little bit of a warning here, of course, to those of you guys who still have not done the actual growth event here. The Jericho one, make sure that you guys finish that, get your pendants and your potions, because that will be going away very, very soon. And of course, for the first time in history, the Diamond BOGO reset event as well. So ending events and bundles, the King of Fairies. So Red King is going away. Early summer discount bundle. Jericho's one-shot defense training growth event. The item shop stamina BOGO event. That's the one that you spend gems and get 100 stamina instead of 50, I believe. And the Welcome Elizabeth costume bundle. So, of course, these are just the early notes. We will get the more detailed ones in about probably 23, 24 hours, maybe a little bit less than that. Probably around the same time that the maintenance begins. And we'll know more detailed information about all this stuff, as well as, you know, the possibility of the new banner. So, Yeah, super excited about the hammer event. I hope you guys are as well. If you guys have gold saved up for this, feel free to let me know how much you have saved up for this, but that's going to pretty much be it for this short video. So if you guys enjoyed, you want more videos like this, consider subscribing to the channel. Really appreciate it, everyone. If you want to help out as well, leaving a quick like means more than you can imagine, so huge thank you to all of you who decide to do that. And more Grand Cross Global videos should be popping up on the screen right about now, or in the suggested videos to right or below. Feel free to check them out, but if not, until next time, take care everyone. This is Salt, the Salty Guild, signing out.